from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Thursday, March 19th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. The threat of snow is leading our newscast tonight. Tomorrow may be the first day of spring, but it may look like another winter day with several inches of snow hitting our area. WYLN's chief meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center tonight with the latest. Joe?
Thank you very much, Ann. Yeah, spring officially gets here tomorrow at 6:45 p.m., but when it arrives here, we're going to be looking at a blanket of snow that will be laying down across our viewing area. Right now, though, it is fairly quiet. Here's a look at the road cameras, the live road cameras. We put them in motion over the past hour right up through now, and no problems out there. A lot of the snow melted in the normally warmer locations, but tomorrow at this time could be a little bit of a different story across our region. Now, we do have those winter weather advisories in effect for all of our viewing area from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Now, we did have those some flood warnings in effect for these particular three counties, but the main thing to be concerned about is even with these three counties, there are those winter weather advisories posted for those areas as well. Now, nothing to show you. Across the Northeast, it is fairly quiet. We do got a few clouds here and there, but other than that, mostly clear. But those clouds will be on the increase. Look it down toward the south. You can see the leading edge of some precipitation, some rain, some snow, even a little bit of a mixture. 35 now in New Angola, 42 in Berwick, 42 degrees in Bloomsburg, and 42 degrees in Danville. Out there in Columbia County, the Berwick area, you're sitting in with temperatures in the lower 40s. Wind speed not as bad as yesterday, coming in at 6, making it feel like it's about 37 degrees. And for your area, you're going to enjoy mostly clear skies. Those clouds will be on the increase through 9, 10, and 11 o'clock tonight. Temperatures will fall below freezing as you head toward 9 o'clock tonight, and you should be down to about 30 degrees as you head toward the 11 o'clock hour. So here comes the snow for tomorrow. How much, you might ask? And what can we expect for this upcoming weekend? A complete 7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Anti-skid was placed on several major roadways across our area today to make sure that the roads will be safe for travelers as they head out tomorrow during the upcoming snowstorm. Snow bans for some communities are placed into effect. The borough of McAdoo has issued a snow ban, and it takes effect Friday morning at 8 a.m. and lasts until Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. The borough of Weatherly also has its snow ban in effect from 8 o'clock Thursday evening until further notice. For more snow bans in our area, you may check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/WYLN News. 400 full-time positions are being added to Amazon Fulfillment Center in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Currently, there are already 1,500 employees. The new employees working at the 650,000 square foot facility will be helping to pack and ship customer orders. If you are interested in applying for a position, you may log on to work@amazonfulfillment.com. 2 Plymouth men were arrested by Kingston police for allegedly robbing a Turkey Hill on Tuesday morning. Police say 31-year-old Robert Maurer and 35-year-old Richard Houghton, both men, were charged with conspiracy and robbery. Police have also charged the pair with the robberies at the Turkey Hills and the latest robbery on East Main Street. According to police in Luzerne County, several vacuum cleaners were swiped from the Walmart on the airport beltway. This is a surveillance photo of the 2 suspects. The merchandise stolen was worth more than $900. If anyone has information on this incident, or if you can identify these 2 men, you are asked to call State Police in Hazleton at 570-459-3890. Luzerne County Council authorized a refinancing of $88 million in debt at last night's meeting. Council approved the motion in a 6-5 vote. The county could incur around $167 million of debt to finance the deal. It would take the county out of a repayment plan and set up repayment with fixed interest rates. Public Financial Management, which attended the last few meetings, plans to set rates by the first week in April. A recent audit shows that the county has over $370 million in long-term debt. The refinancing could save council about $5 million over the next 20 years. This week on Topic A, Gary Perna will be joined by Hazleton Councilman Keith Bast. Join Gary Perna and Keith Bast as Bast makes a big announcement that he wanted to first announce here on WYLN. Bast also spoke with Gary on what his outlook is on the city of Hazleton for the next few months. Here's just a piece of this week's Topic A.
To run the city, you're going to have to increase a little bit every year, or you end up in this position where you're always borrowing against the future.
Right.
And you can never get caught up that way. And that's some of the things that, with the first two, a couple of years ago, our balance, we ended up with like a $200,000 surplus. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be right this year, but I think there's going to be a huge deficit. And, in the last budget, there was a lot of money from a fund that was used to balance the budget that was used last year.
Right.
Just kind of flimsy kind of accounting to balance the budget. And just to say that there was no tax increase and things
right.
like that. And until people want to make those hard decisions, yes, nobody wants to raise taxes. Mm-hmm. But the reality of it is you can't, have contracts that increase in salary
right.
with the same tax base. So I honestly don't know where it's going to go right. Under the current, way it's run with this majority on council. I think that eventually, if I had to guess, within a few years you're going to see another borrowing of millions of dollars.
Topic A with Gary Perna and Keith Bast will air Friday at 5 o'clock and again at 7:30, along with many other times throughout the weekend and next week. Make sure to tune in for the big announcement from Keith Bast. WYLN has a pair of tickets to give away to one lucky viewer tonight to the Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling Show entitled Danger Zone, this Saturday, March 21st at Holy Family Academy on North Laurel Street in Hazleton. Bell time is at 7 p.m. Tickets are just $10 in advance and $15 at the door. PPW will also be taping for its show here on WYLN, High Voltage. For your chance to win a pair of tickets, dial 570-459-1869, extension 1172 right now. Leave your name, number, and we will put your name in the drawing. So if you want these tickets, dial now, and good luck. Coming up next, over $7,000 was presented to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Pennsylvania from a local car dealership as part of the 2014 Subaru Share the Love event. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have another look at our forecast for the weekend. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Hey kids, I'm home.
Dad, it's cold in here.
Oh, it's not cold in here, it's warm in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this down because I got to save money for tax preparation.
Honest Abe's, your tax partner, giving free advice year-round. 310 South Church Street in Hazleton. Call them at 570-861-8297. Don't stress, pay less.
Welcome to Fairway Chevrolet, Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer.
From the longest-lasting, most dependable full-size pickup, the tough all-new Silverado, to the rugged 3500 Chevy dump truck, Fairway has your truck. Drive home in a brand new Chevy Silverado during Fairway Chevrolet's Truck Month, starting at $19,995 or $246 per month. Hey, no one beats a Fairway deal.
Make no mistake about it, Fairway Chevrolet is Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer.
Today, a check was presented to the Make-A-Wish Foundation from Fairway Subaru in Hazel Township. WYLN's Gary Perna has the story.
Subaru's Share the Love event is an annual donation drive to raise money for local organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Today at Fairway Subaru in Hazel Township, they presented a check to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Pennsylvania in the amount of $7,410. We spoke with Adam Woodhall, who is the district sales manager for Subaru of America.
This was our second year with Fairway selecting Make-A-Wish as their hometown charity in our Share the Love sales event. Customers who purchased vehicles during the last week of November through the end of the year had the option to select from a variety of charities, including Make-A-Wish as a local hometown charity for a $250 donation.
Customers who purchased or leased a new Subaru vehicle had a chance to donate $250 to a charity that was taking part in the event. This year, Subaru of America donated $15 million to those participating charities. The Share the Love event ran from November 20th to January 2nd.
We get to pick a hometown charity for the Share the Love event for Subaru, and Fairway Subaru picked Make-A-Wish for the past 2 years. We're very happy to be involved with that, and after seeing the young kids that get to make their wish through the donations of our customers through the Share the Love program, we're going to continue to do it because it's a great charity to support.
Maggie O'Brien, regional manager for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, was on hand and told WYLN that thanks to Fairway, another child will get a wish granted.
Yes, yeah, we have a few Wish families here with us today from the area. We're very fortunate. Fairway's been a long-time supporter. They've now granted 3 wishes for us, and we invited the families here today to help us celebrate their 4th wish of another child here in this area.
This year's Make-A-Wish child was Josh Sanchez, who was from Hazelton. He was on hand for this event and told our Mike Lula what his wish was.
To Universal Studios and Disney in Hollywood, California.
And the reason why you chose?
I think I'm going to have a fun time there.
Fairway officials said they hope to surpass this year's goal next year. In Hazel Township, for WILN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with more details on this upcoming storm set for Friday. Plus, interested in learning how to make a Pisanki egg? We have all the details on how to make them thanks to a local Hazelton resident. Stay tuned.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Hello, I'm Paul Esposito Jr. from Victoria's Candies. My family has been serving the Hazelton and surrounding area since 1934. Our secret family recipes and time-tested techniques of making fine candy have made Victoria's Candies your choice for nearly 4 generations. We specialize in Easter baskets and hollow-filled eggs, and we make our own chocolate molds, like the Easter Bunny, the Last Supper, the Cross, an iPod, a cell phone, or a guitar, just to name a few. Shop where the Easter Bunny shops, Victoria's Candies.
Should be filled with the ingredients that most inspire you. And let relaxed sophistication fill the air and the walls around it. Find beautiful cabinetry finishes and details that capture your personal style. Craft-made. It becomes you.
Call, click, or visit your local Craft-Made dealer today.
Well, the stage is set for us to have yet another winter storm across our area, but looking overhead, not much going on, mostly clear skies. I could see a few of those high, thin cirrus clouds rolling in, but other than that, it is fairly quiet. On to the maps for today, and high pressure just up toward the north and west, and that allowed us to see the sunshine we saw today. Overall, a pretty nice looking Thursday, but don't let that fool you, because things are going to change quickly as we head into the daytime hours of tomorrow as a storm system starts to approach our region. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. It is quiet still across the northeast. You see a little bit of those clouds. That's those high, thin cirrus clouds across parts of our area. The thickened clouds still down toward the south. Those clouds will be on the increase across our area as we head into this evening and through the overnight hours. The storm stats page, the next system affects us tomorrow into tomorrow evening. Primarily all snow. In fact, the whole thing very much could be all snow, but I'd still put that small chance of maybe a little bit of a mix in there because temperatures will actually be above freezing, if not in every location. Start times between 3 and 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is going to last much of tomorrow, and again, temperatures will be above freezing in just about every, if not all locations. Ending times between 6 and 9 tomorrow. There'll be a couple of slick spots out there. Definitely can't rule that out. And generally about 2 to 5 inches of snow on average. And there you can see the start times as you head from the southwest toward the northeast. 39 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. We did manage to make it up to 42, and the low being 16, 74, and -4 are the records for this day. 40 degrees, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 34 in Mount Pocono, 43 degrees in Williamsport. So the clouds will be on the increase across our area through the next few hours, about 28 as we head toward 9 o'clock, and by the 11 o'clock hour, still staying dry, 26 degrees, but more snow will be coming, and it's going to get here as we head into tomorrow. Skycast precipitation and clouds. There you can see the snow rolling in as we go into tomorrow morning, mid to late morning, and into the afternoon hours, and then by the evening hours, it starts to move out of here. Look at these numbers as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures will be above freezing. Even in higher elevations, we'll be about 32, 33 or so. But there's still the chance a couple of those slick spots out there when you get that snow coming down. But the good thing is it's going to be during the daylight hours. So most roadways, in fact, many roadways may just remain kind of wet, maybe a little bit slushy. But keep in mind there still could be some slick spots out there, especially when you get a little bit of those heavier snow bands that come down. So again, we'll keep the threat of some slick spots out there. And here's a pretty good estimate in terms of how much snow could fall across our area. That's why I said about 2 to 5 inches for the most part. And a lot of it will be on the grassy surfaces and all, and some of it will melt actually on the roadways and on your cars and so forth. So keep that in mind. And then it's milder for Sunday, 43 degrees, and then it turns colder for the weekend. And again, the flip-flop of temperatures up and down as we head into next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the pick 240, the pick 3385, and the pick 48468. We'll continue to have more coming up after this break.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Today, WYLN explored the art of making a special kind of Easter egg. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on the story.
The tradition of the Pysanka egg dates back over 1,000 years. They originated in Ukraine. Prince Vladimir requested that pagans decorate the eggs as a sign of the rebirth of the earth. They were then given to missionaries that were visiting the region. Today, we spoke with a local artist who learned the art of decorating the eggs at an early age.
All the Slavic groups do it.
The Lithuanians, the Poles, the Romanians, Czechs, Ukrainians, Russians, etc. Since my family is a lot of Ukrainian heritage in there, my aunt would do it, and I watched her, and I started when I was about 12 years old.
Sirkot told us the meaning of the word and the right way to pronounce it.
Pisati is to write. A pisanka is an egg that is something written or designed on it. That's very, very simple explanation, but that's what a pisanka is, a decorated egg.
Since Lent consists of fasting, baskets are prepared for Easter and include the pisanka eggs, ham, kielbasa, and Easter cheese. The baskets are then taken to the church to be blessed on Easter Sunday and then passed along to loved ones.
Be a krashanka, which is an egg you decorate a little bit, and that's eaten. A pisanka is sort of a show-off. It's to say, see how good of an artist you are, and they would also put them in the basket. But they were more for keepsakes. They were given to friends. The young lady would always give them one to her bowl, and the older people were given them as presents.
The process can take an hour to 5 depending on the design and the type of egg that is being used.
Some of these ostrich eggs, I would say, have at least 50 hours of work. Whatever the wax, you use a stylus which you heat. It has a brass cone. You fill it with beeswax and heat it over a candle. And you make your design on the egg. Whatever the wax touches, it seals. So if you're working with a white egg, you'll have a white outline. If you don't want that, you'd put your egg in a yellow dye or so on and work from there.
Sirkot has a collection of several hundred eggs which he gathered from around the globe. He will have his designs on display on Tuesday, March 31st at St. Michael's Church in Hazleton during the bake sale. Prices range from $5 to $25, so be sure to stop by and check them out. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we were talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Off the Beaten Path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed on WYLN TV 35.
In his rookie season, Penguins goalie Matt Murray has rewritten franchise and AHL record books. Today, WYLN's Gabriella Justin sat down with Wilkes-Barre Scranton's 20-year-old netminder.
The Penguins organization has many talented young players waiting for their chance to not only make it into the NHL, but to stay there. After spending most of last season in the OHL and excelling, Matt Murray continued his success in his one AHL start with the Penguins, stopping 23 of 25 shots. Although Matt is one of the youngest on the roster, he has earned the respect of his teammates because of his standout play in net.
It's something you kind of dream about as a kid, just kind of belonging to an NHL team and having your name associated with an NHL team is really cool. So my parents and friends and family are definitely really proud, and yeah, it was definitely a good day for me. I just try to lead by example, and I don't really say a lot in the dressing room. I'm kind of a quiet guy, so I'm not really that vocal, but just try to lead by example and always compete, and hopefully guys follow after that.
I asked Murray about his career goals with the NHL.
Just try to play the best I can night in, night out, and I always keep that goal in mind though, and I feel like I'm pretty close now, but I still got a long way to go development-wise, and that's the goal. So hopefully I get there someday.
Matt mentioned the camaraderie between him and his teammates.
Us young guys are all really tight for sure, and we hang all the time, play Call of Duty, stuff like that, watch Netflix. The usual. There's not a whole lot to do around here, so we go see a lot of movies and stuff like that, but we definitely hang out a lot for sure.
One of Murray's teammates who can still fit into that younger crowd he referred to is 25-year-old Jason Megna. Here's what Matt had to say when I asked him to describe Megna in 3 words.
3 words for Megs. He's definitely competitive. We definitely go at it sometimes in practice. We're very competitive. He's focused, and I'd say he's a good leader. You know, like when the team's not playing so well, he's really good at like using his speed and kind of opening up the game. And yeah, he's definitely one of our best players for sure.
Jason is one of the team's leading scorers. He signed with the Pens following his freshman year of college. I asked Megna about his competitiveness that Murray referred to.
We joke around about it. You know, maybe, hey, I scored a couple on you today, or hey, you didn't score any at all today. So, you know, kind of things like that. But I think we leave it on the ice competitively. Matt is obviously having an unbelievable start to his rookie year, and you know, leading the league in shutouts, and I think every other category possible. He's done an amazing job. He's works really hard in practice. He's a competitor. We always joke around out there. He's always slashing guys, but I think it really drives the practice, and you know, you can clearly see that he wants to get better every day.
And just like Murray, Jason has goals of his own.
Well, I'd love to be able to say that I've won a championship at this level and a championship at the next level. I'd love to, you know, be in the NHL full time and, you know, win a Stanley Cup, and you know, but for this year, I mean, I'd love to make a deep run in the playoffs and win the championship here. I think it'd mean a lot to this town and a lot to the organization, obviously.
For WYLN Sports, I'm Gabriella Justin.
Penguins with 3 games this weekend beginning tomorrow at Syracuse. Stay tuned. Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast coming up.
Visit the Luzerne County Convention and Visitors Bureau website at tourinapa.com for the listings of the many events you will find in Luzerne County. From wine festivals, hill climbs, tomato and kielbasa festivals, you will find it all in Luzerne County. Luzerne County was named the best outdoors destination in Pennsylvania by the official Best in PA website. The Luzerne County Convention and Visitors Bureau will help you relax, relive history, and marvel at the area's stunning natural beauty. Luzerne County, you'll find it right here in Northeast PA.
Kids from across the greater Hazleton area will be hopping over to the Laurel Mall for the arrival of the Easter Bunny. Saturday, March 21st at 1 p.m. with a bunny dance by Fabergé Follies in the Kmart Wing and the Magic Show with Bill Dixon. Kids can also visit the Easter Bunny until April 4th at the times up on your screen.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, once again, we bring out the storm stats page, and the precipitation starts as we go into tomorrow and tomorrow evening. It should last most of the day. The starting time will be anywhere between, say, roughly 3 to 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe even a little bit later than that, and temperatures will be above freezing for most of the event as we progress through tomorrow. So keep in mind, in terms of the accumulating snow and where there may be some problems on the roadways, it's going to be like an elevation type event. Places like Wilkes-Barre, the Nanticoke area, Ashley, those areas are normally warmer. You won't quite get as much snow because it's going to melt as it falls down, but you know, could still be looking at some slick locations. But we're going to stay dry the next few hours across our area, remaining dry 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, but temperatures will continue to fall into the mid to upper 20s, and then we have that snow as we head into tomorrow. 6:45 p.m. marks officially summer. Yeah, summer.
We're rushing it. You didn't even feel spring weather,
spring.
Except for, you know,
yeah,
today.
Wishful thinking.
It is.
It would be nice summer, wouldn't it?
Nothing like a nice little welcome to spring. few inches of snow waking up to and having to deal with.
You gotta deal with it. You know, we've had worse storms in March.
It's okay, summer's coming.
Wishful thinking. I like that. Maybe we'll start a countdown to summer now.
That'll be 3 months from.
Have a good night, everyone.